Hey guys, welcome back to Hype RC. In today's video, we have another brand new release from MEUS. Now, if you are a subscriber or a fan of the channel, you probably saw the MEUS MB24 custom build that we did with the SCX24 Isokinetic axles. Well, now MEUS has produced a set of Isokinetic axles for the TRX4M. This is my MEUS custom TRX4M comp build that I did. We're going to get those axles switched onto this rig, but let's go ahead and get over to the bench and look at the details on these before we do that, and then we'll get them installed and take it out for a real nice crawl. Stick around and check it out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take an up-close look at these new TRX4M Isokinetic axles from MEUS. So you do get a couple sets of decals. You get a small bag of screws. This is the front steering links, rod ends, and pivot balls to go ahead and mount up on the front of this rig. Now, this is the rear axle. It is all aluminum. It does come with a brass diff cover and sealed bearings, which is an extra nice touch on these. It also comes with these brass hexes and, of course, the wheel nuts. Now, you can tell that these rear link mounts are actually canted outwards a little bit, which ought to help you with the rear suspension travel on this. These are super nice, very smooth, very well anodized, very sharp. I'm very impressed with these so far. Now, this is the front axle. So this has the aluminum horizontal servo mount. These are brass knuckles. Of course, it comes with these brass hexes and wheel nuts as well. And then in there, you can see the new Isokinetic CVDs. Those are super sharp. And if these are anything like the SCX24s, then you ought to be able to get about 52 degrees of turning radius. Now, this one also does come with a brass diff cover and sealed bearings. These are super sharp. I'm going to go ahead and get these assembled, and then we'll get them installed on our MEUS comp build and then take it out for a crawl. All right, guys, now that I got the original axles off of this rig, I wanted to do a quick side-by-side comparison with the new Isokinetic ones. So the original axles I had on here were just modified Traxxas plastic housing axles with some brass on them. I put just the brass hexes on the rear and then a lot of brass on the front to go ahead and get this as forward biased as possible. Now, I did have the MEUS horizontal servo kit on these as well. Now, the diamond axles, as you can tell, are a lot smoother. So usually you get a lot of hang up right there on that diff cover, as where you can tell these are super smooth, and I can feel quite a bit of weight difference. These are also 400 thousandths wider than these other axles that I had on there. Let's go ahead and get the scales out and see what the weight difference is on these. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the weight difference. So it is pretty substantial. On the rear axle, it is actually 20 grams heavier for the Isokinetic rear axle. And then on the front, it is actually 27 grams heavier. So we're going to add a total of 47 grams to the lowest part of this rig, which ought to lower the center of gravity quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get these installed. All right, guys, let's go over my final thoughts on the brand new Isokinetic axles from MEUS. These things are absolutely killer. So let's go over the pros and the cons of these. And the number one pro is absolutely the fact that they can do that 52-degree turning radius. So I was able to hit lines on my indoor course that I can otherwise not even come close to hitting with my other TRX4Ms. I generally have to do a 3-point turn to be able to get around that final corner and get to the Devil's Cross. This is the first rig that even has passed the Devil's Cross, so I am extremely impressed with the performance upgrade that I got from these axles. Next is the fact that they come with the brass diff covers. So I just did the review on the Injora diamond axles, which are very nice, but these actually take it up a notch for multiple reasons. One is those brass diff covers, two is the 52-degree turning angle, and three is the fact that they come with sealed ball bearings. So these are definitely the best axles on the market for your TRX4M right now. The overall fit and finish was very nice. The hardware was also very nice. So I'm just extremely impressed. There are no cons to these whatsoever. They come with everything you need in the kit, but you do have to have a chassis that is wide enough for a horizontal lay down servo mount. So all in all, these get a 9.5 out of 10 for me. They are absolutely killer. They should be out within the next week or two. So make sure you keep checking the MEUS website to go ahead and see when these come out. But overall, I am extremely impressed with these. So don't forget to support your local hobby shops. Bash, crawl, repeat. Hit that subscribe and like button for me and ring the bell so you can catch my next video. We'll see you next time.